Alright, it's 3 o'clock update here, guys. We've been lucky so far. We're falling in between the bands of rain that have been coming up and through. It's been fairly. We just have little bursts of wind and rain. We've barely had anything to speak of. The water that I showed you earlier that was right here and in the gutter there has been soaked in that little bit of time. That doesn't mean if we get a bunch of rain that it won't flood. You can see wind's picking up a little bit. Nothing major yet. Clouds are still growing east to west. The rain's hit or miss at this point. Right now it's just like a heavy mist. So yeah, nothing to report too elaborate to report at this time. Just a little wind, a little rain, and after watching the Weather Channel there, it looks like a lot of that strips of rain and whatnot that are coming through right now and hitting Orlando and Sarasota and all that. We're 35 miles south of Sarasota, so we're in the danger zone that they keep talking about. But it looks like the southern end of that storm is not going to be as much rain and whatnot, but we're going to get the storm surge and the high winds, which is obviously a huge problem. And it might not get the major flooding here. Too early to tell. They won't know much until about 2 hours before landfall, and they're still saying it's going to be around 11 o'clock that the landfall starts, between 11 and 2 in the morning. Nice big spread there. Like the cable guy telling you he'll be at your house between noon and 5. So, anyways, that's your update. Nothing major to report. Look here. Nice tree. It's sprinkling. Oh, and I sent the folks to my brother's house. If it gets real bad, we don't need a bunch of people in here clamoring over each other when the trees fall and whatnot. If that does happen, my brother's got storm shutters and nice big gates that go down around his lanai and his front door. I can't do any of this filming, and I wanted to document this. I really did. I'm not some adrenaline junkie, but I wanted to document this. Staying here allows me to do that. And also, I can keep an eye on the house. If anything happens, I can take care of it quickly. You know, if there's a small, God forbid, a small fire or something along those lines, if I can cut the power if I need to, and things of that nature. So, I can do a little maintenance while I'm here, and the excuse of giving you guys updates for those who are interested in this kind of seeing what it's like to go through one of these. I've only been through one major one, and that was Ian. I've been through 2 in South Carolina. They weren't horrible. They were interesting enough, no doubt, and that was way back in the 90s. Ian was probably the worst one I've been through, and we fared that pretty well. I got a feeling this one, wind-wise and destruction-wise, could possibly be more catastrophic. Just because of the direction it's blowing for us that I mentioned in the other videos. We've got trees that if the wind goes blowing from south to north, we've got trees that Ian killed that will fall on our house. Oh, and any of those wondering, I know you're going to put in the comments, why didn't you cut the trees down? They're not our lots. It's illegal for us to go on there and cut them down. And if they're not in immediate danger of falling on a sunny, shiny day, the owners of the lots are not required to cut them down. So you just live with it. And then when a hurricane comes and they fall on your house, it is what it is. So, hope that answers that. All right, I'll be back next time it picks up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a 4 o'clock review unless there's a major change. Right now it's just a 15-20 mile an hour gusts and basic rain.